Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. Welcome to Quraan Library, where the stories of our faith come to life and where we embark on journeys that can transform hearts and minds. Today we begin something very special, part 1 of our 10-part series titled 10 Life Lessons from Prophet Muhammad PBUH that can transform your life in 2025. In this episode, we'll explore one of the most powerful qualities of the Prophet PBUH, patience in adversity. And before we dive in, if you haven't yet, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single part of this impactful series. Let's grow together on this path of knowledge and reflection. Have you ever been in a situation where everything felt like it was falling apart? When you were tested beyond what you thought you could bear? Prophet Muhammad PBUH went through challenges far greater than we can imagine. But through it all, he showed remarkable patience. From the beginning of his life, the Prophet PBUH faced trial after trial. He was born without a father, and by the age of 6, he lost his mother too. Raised by his grandfather and then his uncle, he learned to survive with little, often witnessing sorrow firsthand. As he grew, he earned a reputation for being honest and trustworthy. Al-Amin, they called him. But this goodness didn't shield him from hardship. In fact, when he began preaching the message of Islam, the trials only intensified. He was mocked by his own people. He was boycotted, insulted, and physically harmed. Imagine being laughed at and beaten in the same city where you grew up. But not once did he return hatred with hatred. He showed patience. Not just the kind where you wait, but the kind where you endure with dignity and purpose. Let me ask you, how do you respond when someone wrongs you? Do you fire back, or do you pause and think before acting? Let us know in the comments below. I really want to hear from you. Now let's talk about one of the hardest moments of the Prophet's life, the boycott of Mecca. For 3 long years, the Muslims were isolated. No food, no trade, no support. Families went hungry, children cried out from starvation. Yet the Prophet peace stayed strong. He continued to lead, to pray, and to believe in Allah's promise. And this is where we ask ourselves, what do we do when times are tough? Do we blame others, or do we reflect and turn to Allah with sabr? Don't forget, if you're finding this powerful so far, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe now, so you can walk with us through the entire journey of this series. Another test came when the Prophet PBUH lost 2 of his greatest supporters, his wife Khadija and his uncle Abu Talib, in the same year. This year was known as the Year of Sorrow. Can you imagine losing the 2 people who stood by you the most, one after the other? Yet he continued. He travelled to Ta'if, hoping the people there would accept his message. But instead of welcome, he was met with stones. Children were ordered to throw rocks at him, blood flowed from his feet, and still he did not curse them. He didn't ask Allah to destroy them. Instead, he prayed that their children might one day believe. Can we do the same when people wrong us? Can we be that calm, that forgiving? That's a question we should all ask ourselves. Later, when he migrated to Medina, he could have left the past behind. But the enemies followed. There were battles. There was betrayal. There was pain. Yet even during times of war, the Prophet showed mercy. In the Battle of Uhud, when the Muslims suffered greatly and he himself was injured, he still made dua for his enemies. Let's pause here and reflect. How do we treat people who hurt us? Can we find the strength to be patient, not out of weakness, but out of a deep love for Allah? And then came the conquest of Mecca, a moment of power. The Prophet PBUH could have taken revenge. Instead, he entered the city with humility, saying, "There is no blame on you today." He forgave the very people who once tried to kill him. That moment was not just a political victory. It was the victory of patience over ego, of mercy over vengeance. So many of us carry pain in our hearts. People have hurt us. Life has tested us. But the story of the Prophet tells us this. True strength is in patience. True greatness is in forgiveness. If you're feeling inspired, let's spread this message by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who needs to hear this. Brothers and sisters, we live in a time where everything is instant. We want answers now, results now, success now. But the Prophet PBUH teaches us that Allah's plan unfolds in time, and that patience is not about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning how to walk in the rain with faith. So here's something to take with you today. What test are you facing right now? How can you respond to it the way Prophet Muhammad would? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Let's be a community that supports each other with reminders of patience and hope. May Allah grant us the strength to be patient, the wisdom to forgive, and the heart to trust His plan. And don't forget, this is just part 1 of our 10-part series here on Qur'an Library. Subscribe now so you don't miss what's coming next, and until we meet again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.